Good morning, church. It's good to be with you today. We finished up Song of Solomon, and in doing so, we have finished up the writings of Solomon. Tomorrow, we're going to get back into the progression of kings and see how it goes with Solomon's son, which is not going to go well. We're going to see the divided kingdom come, and things just are not going well for Israel because of how Solomon was with women. As fun as it is to read about this ode to romantic love, um, we get the idea that through this and how Solomon talked with women and thought of them and loved them, they ultimately led his heart astray. And so it kind of, at least for me, taints the joy of the song, knowing that he probably sang it to more than one of his wives. But I wanted to spend just a moment in Song of Solomon today. The Song of Songs, chapter 5, represents uh, something different. We remember in our readings yesterday that this beautiful bride went out searching for her love, and the guards met her and helped her, and people were kind to her in the streets. This time, they've had their marital encounter, and first she rebukes or denies his request to come in and be with her again. And so we're seeing, even in this ode to love, is grounded in reality enough to recognize that hard times come in relationships. And this is portrayed as she goes out again, and those that helped her before mistreat her, beat her up even. And even so, she persists, and things get better, and they again delight in one another. And this is whether it's in marriage, whether it's in friendships, or church life, this kind of cycle is really evident in a lot of places that there's this initially, they call it the honeymoon phase. Even in executive groups, we learned about this in school, they call it the honeymoon phase, and everybody gets along, everybody's great, until we realize that not everybody is great. There's some problems. We don't always click or jive with one another in the way that we want, and so tension develops. Those that we thought were kind and led us on the way realize that there's some faults in the personality, there's some faults in my personality, that just develops these tensions. What do we do next? As a group recovers from that, if they decide to stay together, if a marriage decides to stay together, which they should, then better times can come, and we see the even greater delight that they have in each other in the song in the final chapters than they had in the front ones, as they just admire one another. And so I want to encourage you, whether it's a friendship or a marriage relationship, be firm enough to weather those rocky times, because that's real fruit is on the other side. Again, those little foxes, the enemy loves to come in and to disrupt what we're doing. He loves to disrupt relationships, friendships, churches, pastors from the people through those divides of, I thought that everybody was perfect here, I guess not, so I'll go and leave and go to some place where everybody really is perfect. And the search goes on forever, because there's no perfect person out there except our Lord Jesus, and our effort is to emulate him. And so I want to read this encouragement out of Philippians because of that. Just one thing. As citizens of heaven, live your life worthy of the gospel of Christ. Then, whether I come and see you or am absent, I will hear about you, that you are standing firm in one spirit, in one accord, contending together for the faith of the gospel, not being frightened in any way by your opponents. Philippians is a thank you letter Paul is writing, and in it we get a great deal of encouragement. And he says, look, here's just the one thing I ask of you. Contend together so that I can be encouraged too. And that's it. Church, I just want to end on that note. Just one thing today. As citizens of heaven, live your life worthy of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I love you, church. We'll talk to you soon again.